Hi, I'm Curtis Christensen, Managing Director of the Los Alamos Program Management Office here at TechSource. TechSource is honored to have the opportunity to support Hilltoppers basketball. We are part of the lab's triad team working towards mission delivery, and we are part of the community right here, living the example that it is team that gets it done. To borrow some of the famous Coach Wooden's words, the main ingredient to winning is team. All the team. The players that listen, push, and focus during practice, the support from the bench, and those five on the court. Los Alamos is a special community. We count ourselves lucky to be able to have the opportunity to support its people, events, and organizations. Good luck today. Go Toppers.
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win, so go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamos.schools.net website. If you click on the safety and wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi there, my name is
Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to Griffith Gymnasium. And tonight it will be a non-district contest between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Rio Rancho Lady Rams. And the Lady Rams come into the ball game with a record of 10-10. They are 2-1 in their district play, while the Hilltoppers right now are sitting at 12-6 overall. And right now they are leading their district as we almost closing out the first round, but they lead 3-0 at this point. And this is Gene Mortensen along with my good buddy Mike Mays, and we are here at Griffith Gymnasium. And Mike, I think they might have turned the heat on for a change.
I really liked the 50-degree weather in here. That was so much more comfortable. But yeah, I don't know what happened. So
Felt like I was outside at Taos. My God, it was cold.
It was a little chilly the other night here, but nice and toasty warm here tonight for this Monday night contest. This was actually a rescheduled game from earlier this season. I think got snowed out. There was some snow issues. Rio Rancho elected to try to postpone that. Los Alamos agreed, and that's what we're doing here tonight on this Monday night. So the Toppers will take on the Class 5A Rio Rancho Rams. Rams coming into this ball game with a record of 10 wins, 10 losses, and boy, you know the Rams just up and down. Just check out their entire athletic department. They are very, very good, and we'll see what the Ram girls basketball team has in store. One thing we can tell you right now is they got some big girls and they can shoot. We were watching them warm up. Boy, oh boy, they were right on target. Let's hope they don't stay that hot this entire ball game. That'll be tricky.
I mean, they were really smooth. I mean, dribbling to the basket for layups, right-handed, left-handed, didn't make any difference. Shooting from outside, I mean, they just were smooth as glass out there. But we're about ready to go here as the PA voice of Los Alamos, Maury Pongratz, will go through his list of announcements that they always give him to hand into. Yeah, so got to get all the public service announcements out of the way first. But anyway, the Hilltoppers. This is a break from district play. The Hilltoppers, actually, the girls, they play tonight, but they don't play again until Thursday, and they'll play at Milwaukee, and that's a district contest, and that will be the end of the first round of district play. And the Hilltoppers would like to go down to Milwaukee on Thursday night and win that ball game and to come out on top in district play. And right now in the standings, Los Alamos is in first place, 3-0. Mike, the thing that really surprises me is Moriarty's 3-1, and we just murdered Moriarty.
And that was a surprising, not surprising. Toppers won, just how they did it. That was an absolute shellacking. But Moriarty's ran through the rest of the district and actually looked very, very good the other night against Milwaukee. So very, very interesting. We'll see obviously big contest coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, national anthem time, everybody. Yeah, that brings the national anthem to a close, and in just a moment, Maury Pongratz will introduce the starting lineups, and so I'm going to turn this over to my good buddy Mike Mays, and he's going to keep track of all this, and he'll tell us who the starting lineups are.
All right. Well, thank you, Gene, for the Rio Rancho Rams tonight. They will start a junior, Alyssa V. Hill. She is 5'6". They will start number 10, Abigail Armijo. She's a 5'4" senior. 24, McKenna Lee. She's a 5'8" junior. Julia Espinoza is a 6' senior and a 6'8" grader. Gemma Estrada will get the start tonight. 6'8" grader. That is something else.
She's a big girl, and I mean, she's big. She is a big girl, but boy, I mean, she looked pretty smooth out there.
Yeah, she really did. So for the toppers tonight, they're going to go with their regular starting five. Sophomore Sophia Trujillo will start at guard. And at the other guard, Abby Martinez is a 5'5" junior. Small forward, Gigi Romero, the Toppers' leading scorer. She's a 5'8" sophomore. Carly Holland, another guard, as she will play. She's a 5'4" senior. And the 5'10" senior down low, Tara McDonald. So Los Alamos coming in with a record of 12-6, and they are one of the hottest teams in New Mexico right now. But they can have their work cut out for them. This is a big unit here, starting out for the Rams. A couple of 6-footers, and we were just marveling at Gemma Estrada, an 8th grader. She looks like she's like 30. But in any event, she's going to tip off against McDonald. And the tip won by the Rio Rancho Rams.
So they bring it out on top now to Alyssa V. Hill. Alyssa on the dribble is going to come over into the left wing. And they're trying to get somebody cutting to the basket. It's stolen away by Gigi Romero. Romero coming up the floor in a hurry. She's going to pull up. I thought she was going to shoot the three. She gets it to Abby Martinez, and she'll hand it over to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo in the corners. Carly Holland, 3-point shot, way too hard shot it from the right corner and never hit the rim. Cleared the top of the rim, and then trying to take it all the way to the hole this time. This time was Abigail Armijo, and she's going to be fouled. That personal foul is going to go to Sophia Trujillo. That'll be Sophia's first. It'll be inbounded by the Rams under their own basket. So they bring it inside now to Gemma Estrada, the 8th grader. And let's see, Julia Espinosa, who picked up the foul, went to Tara McDonald. That's her first. That's the second team foul on Los Alamos. And they couldn't get the ball in. So they're trying to throw it in against the Hilltopper press, could not get it in. So they turn it over. Net press being put on by the right now, and it looks like the Rams are in a girl-to-girl defense. They bring it over now on the right wing to Abby Martinez. Abby's going to cut right down the middle of the lane, puts it up. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. She goes back up. She's fouled. Tara McDonald will go to the free throw line. So we have 6:49 remaining in this first quarter. We're just underway. 0-0 ball game. Tara McDonald can finally put some points on the board for somebody. And she'll go to the line and she'll shoot 2. And that personal foul went to Alyssa V. Hill. That's her first team foul. And Tara misses the first. So 6:49 to go. So we just started here. And so Tara McDonald, the referee's going to give her the ball here in a minute. Well, I don't know. He's lecturing everybody.
He didn't like the way their shirts were tucked in.
Oh, my God. That's right. Making the real Ram girls tucked their shirts in.
Not one of them had their shirt tucked in. I didn't think it was a big deal. And Tara's second shot is not good.
Well, she hit the rim with the first one. I thought she would adjust a little. She did adjust the other direction quickly down the floor. They're going to get it underneath, and wide open underneath there is Julia Espinosa, 6-foot senior, and she was when I was describing the big girl, she's the big girl I was talking about. Gemma is 6 feet tall, but she's not a real husky girl like Julia is. So anyway, coming down the floor in a hurry, the Hilltoppers, the Rancho come down, and we're going to have a reach and foul. That's going to go to Gigi Romero. That's the first on Gigi. That's the third team foul on Los Alamos. One team foul has been called on Rio Rancho. And Rio Rancho inbound it. They'll bring it inside now to McKenna Lee. Lee dribbling down the baseline, gets it once again to Espinosa. Espinosa goes up, misses it, tries to get her own rebound, loses it out of bounds.
Nice defensive play there underneath. Abby Martinez actually rotating down to help out McDonald with the big girl Espinosa, and got a hand on that ball when she was looked like she was trying to elevate, but Martinez stuck her hand in there, got a lot of the ball.
Now they get it to Gigi Romero, pulls up, 3-point shot by Gigi. Off the backboard, rebound comes down to Sofia Trujillo. Gigi says, what the heck, I'll shoot another one. Sofia got it to Gigi, and Gigi pops another 3. This one not good, still a 2-0 ball game. And Rio Rancho up on Los Alamos as they get it to Alyssa V. Hill. She'll dribble to the top of the key, gets away with a double dribble. Big time. And McKenna Lee is going to take it in, just fires up a wild shot. And they're going to say it was the officials are just trying to discuss something here. First, they gave it to Los Alamos, and then one of the other officials comes running in and says, no, this goes to Rio Rancho. So they reverse the call and get it into McKenna Lee and bring it out on top to Alyssa V. Hill. Down to Jimmy Estrada. Estrada, the 8th grader. She's going to get it over to Alyssa V. Hill, and Alyssa is going to be called for double dribble. So no press being put on.
5 minutes gone, or 5 minutes remaining here. So 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Team's not exactly rolling up the points right now.
No, they're not. They get it inside to Gigi Romero. Gigi cutting down the baseline. Gigi goes up, and she's going to go to the free throw line. As that personal foul will go to the 8th grader, Gemma first. That's the second team foul. And Gigi, normally a good free throw shooter, nothing but net for Gigi. So she finally puts Los Alamos on the board. Gigi, a 5'8" sophomore, she's been starting since she was in 8th grade. Drops this one in. Outstanding young basketball player, Gigi Romero. Full court press by Los Alamos. McKenna Lee brings it up. Finally comes across the timeline, gets it to Abigail Armillo. Armillo tries to penetrate in, picks up her dribble, gets it over to Gemma Estrada. And they're trying to get it inside to Julia Espinosa. That's where they want to get it. And we're going to have another foul called on Los Alamos. Wow. And this one's going to go to Abby Martinez. That's going to be her first. That's the 4th team foul. I don't know. Some of these fouls are looking pretty ticky-tacky, Mike.
I really didn't see much there against Martinez. And, nice steal there by Romero coming back the other way.
So Gigi comes down the floor, goes behind her back, crosses the timeline, and now she'll get it over and hand it. The pass inside comes to Tara McDonald. Just going out of bounds. She tries to save it back in. She does. But it comes right to Julia Espinosa. Here come the Rams. Pass inside, and we're going to have that one. It's going to be picked off by Abby Martinez, and McKenna Lee is going to be called for reaching in, and she was really trying to get to that ball, but All she got was a nice, good, generous piece of Abby Martinez's arm. 2-2 ball game, under 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Hilltopper will get it to right now Abby Martinez. She's going to go to the hole. She just throws up a wild shot, and somehow she's going to get. How in the world she's going to the free throw line and beyond me?
I don't know, and that's going to go to Abby Armijo for the Rams, and Armijo immediately started protesting that she got a forearm from Abby Martinez, and I think she did. So, but no, they did not give her. They did not give her a shooting foul, which they absolutely should not have. That was
you're right.
That is correct.
But as soon as the official called it, he held it 2 shots, but then they reversed it and decided it was a foul on the floor. So they bring it down over now to Tammy Smith. Tammy in the corner out on top, penetrating down the lane, putting a shot up. Nice move by Abigail Armijo. She has 2 points in the ballgame. It's a 4-2 ballgame. We played 5 minutes. It's unbelievable. Hilltopper's only 2 points have come from Gigi Romero. Free throws, long pass down to McKenna Lee after the steal, and McKenna Lee lays it in, the 5'8" junior. And so right now, Ray Romero wants a 30-second timeout. He finds himself down by 4 points.
You know, the Rams have tripled the offensive output of the Toppers right now. This game could get out of hand real quick.
Absolutely. You got to put a stop to this.
30-second timeout for Los Alamos here in the under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Los Alamos, I tell you, defensively actually doing pretty well. They forced 5 turnovers already by the Rams. Los Alamos, unfortunately, just been able to take advantage of one of them going the other way, but and that was a foul by Romero. But she has a steal. Abby Martinez has a steal. So Los Alamos doing a good job putting some pressure on the offensive side in the front court.
Yeah, they get it into Abby Martinez. She tries to go down the lane on the left side and tried to put the shot up. She was in all kinds of traffic. She really did not have an open shot. Wide open underneath is McKenna Lee. Misses, gets her own rebound, and misses again. And then the rebound comes down to Julia Espinosa. And the big girl, Julia, she's the one I was talking about. But anyway, she's a 6-foot senior. And she is a big, husky girl. And so I thought she was going to shoot, but they said no. So they inbounded underneath the basket. The personal foul, by the way, went to Michelle Macias. Hilltoppers steal it away as they try to pass it underneath to Espinosa. And so walking it up the floor with 2 minutes to go is Abby Martinez across the timeline. She gives it to Michelle Macias. Macias cutting to the basket. Oh, they had Caitlin Velarde wide open cutting to the basket, but the pass was too far in front of her, and Caitlin couldn't get a hold of it. And then the Hilltoppers, and then Caitlin is called for the personal foul, trying to get a hold of that ball, and that's the fifth team foul, and that was Caitlin's first. But that was and Caitlin was wide open, except not a good pass. Minute 40 to go, 6-2 ball game. Pass comes inside, picked off by Gigi Romero. The Hilltoppers on the run. They've got a 3-on-2. Actually, they had a 2-on-2. But Abby Martinez, I can guarantee you, if you get in that kind of a situation, Mike, Abby Martinez is going to take it to the basket.
Yeah, she is. She is she is kind of the closer of the fast break offense for Los Alamos, and gets whacked. She will go to the free throw line. But no, Abby loves to finish on the break.
Yes, she certainly does. That personal foul went to Tamara. This is Tamiera. Tamiara Smith. Should just call her Tammy. Anyway, at the free throw line right now is Abby Martinez. Misses the first, makes the second. So the Hilltoppers have only scored from the free throw line, period. 3 points, all from the free throw line. 2 from Gigi Romero, 1 from Abby Martinez. 6-3 ball game. And the Rams have not shot a free throw at this point, but they have 3 field goals. And then they're pouring in the points like you can't believe. McKenna Lee gets the rebound, and she's going to go back up. As she goes back up, she's whacked, and the personal foul is going to go to Michelle Macias. That's going to be her second. That is the 16th foul, 17th foul, but it's a shooting foul. So McKenna Lee will go to the free throw line. And this one rims around and comes out. McKenna Lee, a 5'8" junior, 2 points in the ball game. So let's see, we have some substitutions here. I think we have essentially the starting lineup except for Caitlin Bellardi. And second shot by McKenna. So she makes the first, misses the first, makes the second. Hilltoppers now get it to Caitlin Bellardi. Bellardi over to Sophia Trujillo, now to Carly Holland. Carly backing out near the half-court circle, gets a screen from Tara. They tried to go with a little pick and roll. That one didn't work so well. The ball almost thrown into the backcourt, chased down. Gigi Romero, an off-balance three-pointer from Gigi Romero. She wasn't squared up or anything. She just almost had her side to the basket, but boy, nothing but net on that shot, and we're under 30 seconds to go. 7-6 ball game right now. Rio Rancho on top. Nice move to the basket this time is the 8th grader, and the Hilltoppers get the rebound way down the long pass down the floor comes to Tara McDonald, and McDonald steps past too far. Tara trying to get to it, and she steps on the end line. Caitlin Bellardi, good defense as he cuts the dribbler off coming down. McKenna Lee just gonna take it all the way with 2 seconds to go. Carly Holland fires it up at the buzzer, and that'll do it. And so after one explosive quarter here at Griffith Gymnasium, it's the Rams 7 and the Hilltoppers 6.
They're going to have to replace the nets. I'm sure the nylon's given out, Gene. They're going to have to do that at halftime. That just ripping through, no problem. Boy, oh boy, rough start. Good defensive start for Los Alamos. Los Alamos is dealing with some tall trees underneath the basket. They have performed well against those. A couple of drives by the Rams, too. Los Alamos has been able, for the most part, to turn those away. Good defensive start. Unfortunately, on the other end, just not a whole lot going on. They were trying to get underneath to McDonald, get the ball underneath to her early. There was just nothing there. McDonald's only had a couple of touches in that first quarter. Big three by Gigi Romero. 7-6 ball game. But that is the only field goal for Los Alamos. There with about a minute and a half left. Romero hit a off balance, just really awkward three. But she was able to get it in. But that has been it from the floor for Los Alamos.
So the Hilltoppers will inbound it to start the second quarter. Gigi Romero brings it over to Carly Holland, back out on top to Gigi. Now they get it to Sophia Trujillo. She dribbles out near the half-court line, goes to the right wing, comes to Tara McDonald, top of the key, over to Carly. Carly coming down the baseline on the left side, and she loses the handle. She had a little minor collision, no harm, no foul type collision and coming down the floor in a hurry and just laying it in with the left hand. And that time that was Jamie Archuleta who put it in for 2. That makes it now 9-6. Hilltoppers get it to Gigi Romero, over to Carly Holland. Holland back to Gigi, stolen away. And here they come down the floor, and they've got a 2-on-1. And this young lady is just going to take it all the way, and she's going to be called for the charge. So we had a 2-on-1, but once again, a lot of these girls just don't seem to dump it off anymore. But Tammy Harris Smith picks up her second personal. That is the 6th team foul. So the Hilltoppers will bring it up on the team control foul. They used to call a player control foul, that comes in now underneath to once again to Abby Martinez. She has it stolen away. Down the floor comes McKenna Lee, and she just takes it all the way to the basket unimpeded. And she just came down the floor and it's come on the right side of the court and just cut to the basket, and that was that. Carly Holland gets it now to Tara McDonald, back to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo's going to go and put up a left-handed shot. Tara gets a rebound, puts it back up. It's too short. Long pass down the floor comes to McKenna Lee. She's going to take it to the hole once again. And this one is going to be knocked out of bounds by Carly Holland on the rebound. 11-6 right now. Rio Rancho up by 5, as Los Alamos has no offensive production whatsoever except for that off-balance three-pointer by Gigi Romero. Skip pass is going to come in. They bring it across to Alyssa V. Hill. V. Hill will bring it out on top now to Abigail Armillo. Armillo at the top of the key on the dribble, comes over on the right side and gets Alyssa Smith, and pass inside picked off by Tara McDonald. Tara starting to come up the floor, and I think we're going to have a foul, and that one is going to go to Abigail Armillo. That's going to be her second. And that is the 7th team foul. So that'll put Los Alamos on the free throw line. So Tara McDonald will shoot 1-1. She was there in the early going of the first quarter, had two free throws, missed them both. In fact, missed them badly. Oh, we have a lane violation, but that doesn't matter. The lane violation will go against Ariana Bustillos. And but it doesn't make any difference because Tara drops it in. So Tara will have to shoot one more. This one bounces, and comes out. Julia Espinosa pulls down the rebound. She's going to get back. She's going to get it back to her guard. Now the pass comes up the floor to Alyssa Smith. Alyssa going against Carly Holland. Just goes down to the baseline and forces up a shot and drops in for her. So she now has 2 points. It's a 13-7 ball game. Hilltoppers down by 6. Sophia Trujillo dribbles down to the corner and then dribbles back out of the corner and now comes across to the other side to Abby Martinez. Martinez puts up a wild left-handed shot. I don't know where that came from. But boy, I mean, that was as wild a left-hander you can get. But easily picked up by the Rams. Pass comes inside to Alyssa Vigil. Vigil, we're going to have we're going to have a 3-second. I've wondered about that. We're going to have a 3-second violation on Julia Espinosa, the 6-foot senior. And she's been kind of camping in there. So 13-7 right now. The Hilltoppers down by 6. We have 4:40 to go here in the first half.
Good to see a 3-second call. We were the other night. There was a couple of girls. They might as well just started, put up a couch and a TV in the lane.
Yeah, no. McKenna Lee is going to force one up. Her shot is off. Tara McDonald with the rebound. We'll bring it up now to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo, boy, being harassed, but she tried to get the pass underneath to Tara McDonald. And that young lady, that Ariana Bustillos, boy, she was all over Sophia. Sophia was having a heck of a time with that one, but ball goes out of bounds off the Rams. They get it to Gigi. Gigi gets it on the baseline, little turnaround jumper from about 8 feet out, and this is off. Right down Broadway goes Alyssa Smith, puts a shot up, hits the bottom of the rim, comes straight down, and so we're going to have a held ball, and the alternating possession will go to the Rams. 3-point shot from the corner. Nice looking shot. And the rebound's going to come right back to Ariana Bustillos. Pass is going to be knocked into the backcourt. Chasing it down in the backcourt. They're still battling for it in the backcourt. And whoa.
Oh boy, they're going to give it knocked out of bounds. They're going to give that to the Rams. I think that was off of Bustillos. It was deflected by Michelle Macias in the backcourt, but I think that glanced off Bustillos before it went out.
Yes, it did. It most certainly did. And so they give the ball back to the Rams, but that definitely should have been a Hilltopper ball with 3:40 to go. 13-7 ball game. And the Rams trying to get it underneath to Espinosa, and Julia Espinosa will go up as she levels Michelle Macias as she goes to the basket. And Michelle picks up her third personal, and that is going to be the 8th team foul on Los Alamos. It's a shooting foul, and so Julia Espinosa will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2, has 2 points in the ball game. Misses the first free throw. She will shoot one more. 13-7, still the ball game. 3:35 to go here in the first half of play. And Julia Espinosa will approach the free throw line once again. Left-handed shooter. This one's also off. Rebound is going to chasing out Tara McDonald. Saves it back in and right off of Alyssa Smith out of bounds. Alyssa the Hill out of bounds. Hilltopper will bring it in. Carly Holland at the point right now for Los Alamos. Coming down in a hurry. Pulls up. Starts to go with a 3. Gets it to Gigi Romero out on top. Over to Caitlin Velarde. Velarde trying to get it inside to Tara McDonald. Overthrows her.
Oh, that was unfortunate. That is actually one of the few times in this half McDonald has been open under the basket. Just the throw errant actually went over McDonald's fingertips, but that was unfortunate. Toppers might have finally gotten her some sort of look underneath the basket.
And the Hilltoppers still have only scored 1 field goal. That was a three-pointer by Gigi Romero, and now we're going to have a timeout taken by Lori Mabry. Lori Mabry, the head coach of the Rams. And, of course, Los Alamos is coached by Ray Romero. But Lori Mabry jumps up and says she wants a timeout. Well, we have a foul.
Well, there was a foul called right at the end. I mean, exactly the same moment the timeout was awarded. So I think the timeout supersedes the foul. So this should not be a foul.
No, there shouldn't. No, they should not. When they call the timeout, that's the end of it. You can't get a foul on a regular foul, and you cannot get a regular foul when time is out.
Yeah, no, I disagree with this. I guess that my only guess is the official called the foul before the timeout was awarded, but I didn't see that. I thought the timeout was granted first.
Oh, absolutely.
So no, this is I disagree with this, but obviously my opinion will not count in this situation. I'm surprised.
9th team foul, Mike. And here comes Julia Espinosa. the big 6-foot senior she starts at the back at the top of the circle and then walks up to the free throw line, left-handed shooter, 3:04 to go. And this one's a 1-and-1. That's good. So she was just there and missed 2, but she puts in the front end of the 1-and-1. Makes it 14-7. Unbelievable. 3:04 to go in the first half. Hilltoppers 1 field goal, period. And
second one is also good. Toppers have scored just 1 point here with just 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Second quarter, Los Alamos has managed just 1 point so far.
So they get it over now to Abby Martinez. She's going to take it to the hole, puts it up, misses. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. Her putback is off. It should have gone in, but it didn't. And so it makes it 15-7. Pass comes underneath to Gemma Estrada. And they taking it to the hole. They taking it to the hole this time is the sophomore, Jamie Archuleta. She now has 4 points in the ballgame. It's a 10-point lead for Rio Rancho right now. Comes over to Caitlin Velarde. Velarde, top of the key, picks up her dribble. They'll bring it over onto the left side. Pass inside from Abby Martinez to Tara McDonald. Nice pass. And so it's a great pass to Tara under the basket, and Tara drops it in. So for Tara now with 4 points in the ballgame, makes it 17-9. They get it to the eighth grader, Gemma Estrada. She misses the shot, tries to get her own rebound, loses it out of bounds.
Partially blocked by McDonald. So nice play there by McDonald, and then bounces back off the eighth grader, and possession goes to Los Alamos. A minute and a half remaining here in this first half.
Caitlin Velarde just got away with an illegal dribble, but
that looked a little funny.
So Abby Martinez fires up the 3. Ball's on the floor. There's a battle for it. Abby on the in the middle of the pile on the floor, but she can't get to the ball. So they're going to bring it up. They're going to bring it down in a hurry. They get it to Espinosa. Espinosa's just going to power her way to the basket, but they're going to call her for double dribble.
I think that entry pass kind of surprised Espinosa a little bit. I don't think she was looking for it, so she kind of double clutched on her first dribble.
Yeah, so Gigi Romero comes back into the ball game, replacing Abby Martinez. Carly Holland still running the point for Los Alamos. Whoa, great move by Carly. Wow. Boy, I'm telling you, she just blew, and I mean blew right by Jamie Archuleta and just cut around her, and then she just had an open run to the basket. So nice move by Carly. Picks up her first points, but it's a 6-point ball game.
Little crossover dribble there by Carly, and that was, boy, had anybody been moving, that's almost one of your ankle breakers there. Great move there by Carly.
Yes, it really was. We come down to 30 seconds to go. And once again, Sophia Trujillo is going to take it to the hole, puts up the shot. Julia Espinosa with the rebound, the outlet, up the floor comes right now. Comes in the floor comes Jamie Archuleta. Shot is off. Carly Holland with the rebound. Looking up at the clock, 10 seconds to go. Gets a screen from, and here she over in the corner. Caitlin Velarde puts up the 3, bounces around, and then doesn't drop. So 17-11 after one half of play here at Griffith Gymnasium, as the Hilltoppers came up with 5 points and the Rams came up with 10. So the Rams right now lead by 6 over Los Alamos. They led by 1 at the end of the first quarter, 7-6. Outscored Los Alamos by 5 in the second quarter. build up that 6-point, that all-important 6-point lead.
That's right.
And so, and the Hilltoppers, Mike, I'm telling you, they picked up 2 field goals, and they have 1 3-pointer in the ball game. That was the only field goal in the first quarter, but they have 2 field goals, no 3-pointers, and they're 1 for 2 from the free throw line in this second quarter. And for the Rams, 1, 2, 3, 4, they had 4 field goals. They don't have any 3-pointers in this ball game yet, and they were 2 for 4 from the free throw line. So the Rams have 7 field goals and no 3-pointers, and they are 3 of 6 from the free throw line, and that's their 17 points. Los Alamos has 3 field goals, 1 3-pointer, and then they are 4 of 8 from the free throw line. So anyway, both teams shooting 50% from the free throw line, 3 of 6 and 4 of 8. But anyway, Mike, I thought this would be I really expected a high-powered game. I really did. I've been watching the Rams warm up, and they were very smooth. But the Hilltoppers have been like you said, one of the hottest teams in New Mexico right now, and especially up here in northern New Mexico. And they just haven't been able to do anything against these Rams. And one of the problems, Mike, is that for some strange reason, 2 or 3 of our players, I won't mention any names, but they're just taking wild, unforced shots. I mean, they just get in there, and all of a sudden they just fling it at the basket.
Yeah, there were several of those in that first half, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. Los Alamos forced up several shots there, but on the offensive side, Los Alamos just has not been able to get a whole lot of good looks. The best look they had the entire first half was that move by Carly Holland on the left side, and drove straight to the basket for an uncontested layup. Beyond that, McDonald has been bounced around underneath the basket. There are some big girls by the Rams have. Julia Espinoza is definitely winning the muscle battle down low, and McDonald is not. She is a solid girl, but she is just getting no push whatsoever against Espinoza. So her touches had been limited. They got her the ball a little bit more in that second quarter, and she did end up with one of the Toppers' 3 buckets. The only other field goal Los Alamos has was an off-balance shot by Gigi Romero in the first quarter, and boy, that was a wonky-looking shot, but it found the bottom of the net. So Romero, leading scorer for Los Alamos so far with 5 points, all of those coming in the first quarter. 3 points by McDonald, a bucket by Carly Holland, and a free throw by Martinez, and that's been about it for Los Alamos. On the Rams side, McKenna Lee just burning it up. She has 5 points, 4 points each for Espinoza and Jamie Archuleta, but just not a whole lot of offense to speak of on the defensive end for Los Alamos. Very, very solid, even though McDonald has not gotten any push from on either end from against the Rams. She has been able to force them into some tough shots. Meanwhile, Los Alamos guards are doing a great job on the defensive end of rotating downward and getting their hand on the ball. They've knocked a couple of balls away from the Rams down low. The Rams have not gotten a ton of good shots shot opportunities, a lot of good things happening on the defensive end for Los Alamos. One thing to watch out for as we go into the second half, though, Gene, Los Alamos, not anybody in particular with a whole lot of foul trouble. Michelle Macias has 3 right now. She picked up a really, really cheapy about midway through the second quarter. But Los Alamos did give up a fair amount of fouls in that first half. Let's see if Los Alamos was able to clean those up a little bit. Nobody in particular foul trouble for the Rams right now. A couple for Smith, a couple for Armijo, and that's about it. But Los Alamos, boy, oh boy, just it can really not get. It has not been in sync whatsoever offensively so far. Even the beyond Holland's basket, Gene, the toppers really there just has not been a whole lot on the offensive end to look at.
No, not at all. And in fact, that move by Carly was a fantastic move, and she just came in, like Mike said, a little crossover dribble, and next thing you know, I mean, she was on her way to the basket. Nobody in front of her, nobody. And then the only other the field goal that they came up with was Gigi Romero, and I don't know how Gigi made that one. She was not squared up. She wasn't even facing the basket. She was kind of facing she was kind of turned her side to the basket, but that thing was nothing but net. But she canned it. And that was the only field goal of that first quarter. But they had 9 team fouls called on Los Alamos and 7 on the Rams. But anyway, it's going to be a wild week this week, Mike. Let's see, tomorrow night we'll be back here at Griffith Gymnasium as the Hilltopper boys are going to take on Pewaukee, and that'll be very, very interesting to see, because right now that'll end up the district. Now, Hilltoppers had that disappointing loss against Espanola, where Espanola scored a 3-pointer literally at the buzzer to win it by 1. And otherwise, the Hilltoppers would be in really good shape in district play. And then on Friday, the Hilltopper boys will entertain Moriarty in another district contest. And then on Saturday, the Rio Rancho boys will come to Los Alamos. So the Hilltopper boys have 3 games this week, and then the girls, they're going to have it's the same situation. They have a game tonight, and then they have a game on Thursday at Pewaukee. Big important district ball game there, and then on Saturday, Moriarty girls will come. Let's see. The game is in Moriarty on Saturday. So, and I'm not sure what our schedule is. I think we're going to cover the boys at Rio Rancho, but we haven't worked all that out yet. But our next game definitely will be tomorrow night when the Hilltopper boys take on Pewaukee.
Yeah, big contest. Topper boys and girls both taking on the Elks and Elkettes this week. Big game for the boys, especially trying to bounce back. Oh my goodness, what a ball game the other night between Los Alamos and Espanola Valley. Just back and forth. One landed a punch, another landed a punch. Unfortunately, the Sun Devils landed the last one, and that ended up being the game winner. But fantastic ball game. Going to see Pewaukee coming up, and then the girls will take on Pewaukee as well. And how many times have you heard this phrase? Los Alamos is the odds-on favorite by a considerable amount heading into Ben Lujan Gymnasium. That just doesn't happen very often.
No.
But Los Alamos has an excellent chance to knock off the Elkettes and go to 4-0 in district. Wow.
The Hilltoppers are going to inbound it. They bring it into Gigi Romero, top of the key. Boy, nice play. So they run a play. And so Abby Martinez, she just throws it in from half court right to Gigi, top of the key. And then Abby takes off down the sideline and then comes down the baseline and gets a great pass from Gigi. And then Abby lays it in for her third point of the ball game. But boy, that was a nice inbound play, I tell you.
A little wheel route there by Martinez. A nice play. And Gigi hit her right dead on the run.
So the Hilltoppers force a turnover against the Rams. So it's a 17-13 ball game at this point. Carly Holland on the dribbles picks up her dribble, top of the key, going to get it to Sophia Trujillo. She goes up. She comes right down the right side of the lane. Boy, it just wastes absolutely no time. She just powers her way right down the right side of the lane, and Sophia puts it in for two, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point ball game. And Lori Mabry, the head coach of the Rams, says, we got to talk things over. So she takes a 60-second timeout.
Wow, a couple of nice plays to start things off here in this first half. It's slow or second half rather, as slow as the first half was for Los Alamos. It was only a 6-point spread, and then nice inbound play to start things off, and then a great drive to the basket by Trujillo after the Ram turnover. Toppers have forced, so far already 9 turnovers by the Rams, and able to cash in on that one. So good start to this second half by Los Alamos. Couple of nice takes to the basket.
Yes, they certainly have. So Hilltoppers not putting any press on, and the ball's going to be inbounded in the middle of the backcourt. That's where they called the timeout. So they bring it inside. It comes to Julia Espinosa. She goes up. Tara goes down. And Tara's going to pick up the personal. So that'll be her second. That is the first team foul of this half. But Julia Espinosa is going to go to the free throw line. And she's, let's see. Julia's been there four times. She's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. The last time she was up there, she was shooting the front end of a 1-and-1 and canned both the 1-and-1. So this is a shooting foul. So she gets the first, makes it 18-15. Left-handed shooter, 6 feet tall, big husky wide body girl, and nice looking shot. Wow.
Boy, her first 2 free throws, Gene, were a little sketchy, but she's been dead on with her last 4.
Yeah, and after the first 2, I thought, well, she's the girl to foul. But boy, Gigi Romero makes a move to the basket, has her shot blocked by the 8th grader, Gemma Estrada. And coming up the floor in a hurry is Ariana Bustillos. And they're going to get it inside once again. And we're going to have a personal foul called. And it looks like Espinosa is going to go to the free throw line again. And this one's going to go to Abigail Martinez. And Abigail, that's picked up her 3rd personal, 2nd team foul. But at the free throw line once again, the 6-foot senior, Julia Espinosa. And she's going to shoot 2. So the Hilltoppers need some kind of an answer for that. This one off the front of the rim. 19-15, a 4-point ball game. And checking in for the Rams right now is Tammy Smith as she replaces McKenna Lee. But Espinosa still at the free throw line, shooting one more with 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This one looked like it was going to be way too hard, but it catches the back of the iron and drops in.
You know, if Espinosa just didn't rush her free throws the way she's been doing, she'd be all right. But no, you have a 10 count to get the free throw off. As nice move into the nice entry pass, and good finish there by McDonald, but Espinosa uses like a 9 of those 10 count.
So they had but the thing that was interesting, Mike, Tara got open because Julia Espinosa decided to come out and defend at the top of the key. And she was all the way out in that free throw circle out there. I don't know what she was doing out there. But anyway, that left Tara wide open. So Espinosa completely out of position. She's out of position again. So they're still in that girl-to-girl defense, it looks like. And boy, and here comes Carly Holland coming from the left wing. She just takes it right smack to the basket. And Carly lays it in for her 4th point. Makes it now 20-19. Steal by Gigi Romero. Romero is going to come up. Romero. And, they're going to give Gigi. So they're going to get, they think they're going to call the foul before the shot. And it's going to go against Ariana Bustillos. But, boy, I'm telling you, Gigi gave her a major forearm before she went up. But they're going to say the foul occurred on the floor. But I thought they were going to call it for sure on Gigi.
That was very, very close. But they did call it on the floor, which assuming that was a foul, that was the correct call. But very easily could have gone on Gigi.
So Gigi with a 3-point shot, top of the key, and coast to coast. Boy, and way too hard with McKenna Lee, but then trailing Gemma Estrada. And she's trailing, so she gets it and puts it in for 2. That's her first 2 points of the ball game.
I can't believe how hard Lee banged that off the backboard.
She had that steal and she had a breakaway layup. Boy, like you say, she almost broke the backboard. So now we're going to have a blocking foul, ticky-tack blocking foul. This one's going to go to Tara McDonald. Carly, that's going to go to Carly. And now it's only Carly's first personal, 3rd team foul. 1 team foul has been called on the Rams so far. They inbounded, so they'll inbound it at midcourt, and they're going to bring it into Abigail Armijo. Armijo will bring it over to Tammy Smith. Smith to McKenna Lee. No, that's not McKenna Lee.
Yeah, that was Lee.
Yeah,
and I know that was hard to tell because that actually had some touch on it, that shot, unlike her layup attempt.
So it's a 5-point ball game. Make it a 3-point ball game as Carly Holland comes down the right side of the floor and then cuts down the right baseline and lays it in. So nice move by Carly. She now has 6 points in the ball game. Shot taken by the Rams is off. Rebound comes down to Abby Martinez. She'll bring it across the timeline. She's going to hand it to Carly Holland. Holland signals, let's go with play number 1. That's me shooting. And So the personal foul now will go to Abigail Armijo. That's her 3rd. That's the 2nd team foul.
I went away from the basket, but the play number 1. Give the ball to me. Remember that.
I've got the ball and I'm going to shoot. So Carly goes behind her back. And the ball just bounces away from her, but comes right to Gigi Romero. Romero gets it. Well, got it to Carly. Carly, I thought, was going to put up the 3. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. And this one is going to be an easy call. And I believe that's going to go to Abigail Armijo, and that's going to be her 4th.
Oh boy, that's who they gave the foul to, but that's not who it was on. It was on B Hill, number 1, instead of Armijo, number 10.
Rams, number 12.
Well, she leaves the game now with 4 with the 4 personal fouls. Hilltoppers will inbound it. They bring it in the corner to Gigi Romero. She gets immediately into a trap, gets out of the trap, gets it to Caitlin Velarde. Velarde will hand it over to Carly Holland. Holland picks up her dribble, gets it to Gigi Romero, hands it off to Abigail Martinez. Martinez puts up a little left-handed shot as she made a run. She actually made a spin. She spun around to the left and put up a left-handed shot from about 8 feet out, and it just floated in and nothing but net. And she goes to the free throw line. She could tie this ball game, and unfortunately she doesn't. But anyway, so Abby gets the basket, misses the free throw. It's 24-23. Underneath it goes to Julia Espinosa, and Espinosa puts it in for 2. That is her 9th point in the ball game. Most of them coming from the free throw line. Carly Holland with it. Carly dishes it over to Gigi Romero. 3-point shot by Gigi. That's usually a gimme. That rims around and comes out quickly down the floor. They bring it up and taking it to the hole. We're going to have a timeout called by Lori Mabry. 26-23 is the score. 2:37 remaining here in the third quarter.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout by the Rams, and I think Mabry may have cost the Rams a bucket there. Going to the basket was Tammy Smith on the left side, and she had a clear shot at the basket, but the timeout awarded before Smith could get a shot off, but that might have cost her team 2 points there. In the event, 2:37 remaining in this third quarter, 26-23. Boy, oh boy, nice. This has been by far the most offensively productive quarter the Toppers have had, and have gotten a couple of nice shots, a couple of buckets from Carly Holland, couple from Abby Martinez. So pretty good looking offensive quarter for Los Alamos up to this point.
And so Espinosa she gets the ball, and when she backs her way in, there's nobody's strong enough to stop her. So she gets the 2 point, makes it a 5-point ball game. Abby Martinez with a 3-point shot. That is off. Rebound comes down to the Rams. They'll bring it up the floor in a hurry. And then comes picking up her dribble underneath Espinosa again. And this time Carly Holland just she just stands there and puts both arms straight up in the air, blocks the shot, and they give Carly the block. So good defense that time by Carly. Inside it, they tried to get it inside again. Ball deflected. They're going to get it up to Gigi Romero. Romero over to Caitlin Velarde. Velarde underneath to Tara McDonald. McDonald is leveled, and I mean leveled. Boy, I'm telling you, she got whacked. I mean, major whack by the big girl, Julia Espinosa. And that's only Julia's first personal, but that is the 15th foul on the Rams, and at the free throw line is Tara McDonald. She'll shoot 2. 28-23. It's a 5-point ball game with 1:48 to go. Tara misses this one, and so Tara having a little trouble from the free throw line right now.
That is probably the one knock on Tara. You get to the foul line, you just don't know where the ball's going. You have no clue.
Well, she's 1 for 5, 2 for 6.
That was a nice free throw.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by Ray Romero. He'll take a 30. So Ray has 3 full timeouts left, and Lori Mabry from the Rams, he has 2 fulls, and that's it. It's a 4-point ball game, 28-24. And right now it's the Hilltoppers need to figure out a way to keep Julia Espinosa away from the basket. She had 4 points in the first half, and she's not really burning it up here either. She has 7 points in this half, but she's drawn a lot of fouls and has been to the free throw line. Well, she's been to the free throw line 8 times so far in this ball game, and she's 5 for 8 from the free throw line, 28-24, and it'll be inbounded by the Rams after the timeout. Inside it comes. Pass is going to be picked off by Gigi Romero. She gets it up to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo will bring it across the timeline to the Hilltoppers. Still on the dribble. Gets the screen from Tara McDonald. Now she's going to bring it out to Michelle Macias. Over to Gigi Romero. Romero coming down the baseline underneath to Michelle. And nice pass to Michelle Macias. And Michelle lays it in for 2. Nice entry pass that time from Gigi Romero. Inside it comes now to Espinosa, and they're going to call Espinosa for the charge finally. So Julia Espinosa makes the move, knocks Tara McDonald down again, but picks up her second personal, and that is the 6th team foul. So it'll be inbounded by Los Alamos. No press being put on. 2-point ball game right now, 28-26. And 1 minute to go here in quarter number 3. Sophia Trujillo gets the screen, and
that might be a moving screen.
We'll see what they're.
No, they're going to call Espinosa with a hold.
Away from the ball.
That puts the Toppers in a bonus situation.
So McDonald now will go to the free throw line. She's got a 1-and-1 chance here. That's a 7th team foul on the Rams with under a minute left here in this third quarter.
Away from the ball, and they got Espinosa. That's another lane violation by Espinosa, but every time they have a lane violation, Tara makes it. So anyway, she puts that one in. She can tie this ball game, and the ball is going to go out of bounds off of Los Alamos. Still a 1-point ball game.
But I think we've cracked the code how we can get Tara's free throw percentage up a little bit. Just have one of the other players step into the lane. She's perfect when that's happened.
Yeah, every time there's a lane violation. So wild throw underneath, trying to get it to Julia Espinosa. And boy, I mean, that was a wild throw by Ariana Bustillos. That one just slammed against the wall. Sophia Trujillo brings it up. She gets the screen from Tara McDonald. Going to dish it over to Gigi. 3-point shot by Gigi, and Gigi Romero gives Los Alamos the lead. 30-28 with 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Nice looking shot by Gigi in the corner. The Rams with it. The ball knocked away. Comes away. Hilltoppers on the run. We have plenty of time. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. They come across the timeline. They're going to set up. They get a screen. And they get a. Well, they see is this foul going to be. Well, Sophia Trujillo is taking it down the right side, and she got pushed, and she made the shot. But they're going to say they're going to make it a 1-and-1. So they don't give her the basket, but they give her the 1-and-1. And so Sophia now with makes the first. That's her 4th point of the ball game, and she gives Los Alamos a 3-point lead, 31-28. And this is a 4-point lead, 32-28. 4 seconds remain here in this third quarter, and so that'll do it. The Hilltoppers lead 32-28 as they finally put something together in this quarter. The Rams were held to 11 points for the quarter, but the Hilltoppers put in 19. Let's see, the Hilltoppers put in
21.
21, yes. 21.
Wow, 21 big points for Los Alamos. Wow, that's one of their better offensive quarters of the entire season. 21 points after really, really struggling in that first half to do much of anything. But Los Alamos getting plenty of contributors there. Martinez with a couple of buckets, Trujillo with a bucket, and knocks in both ends of a 1-and-1 right at the end of the quarter. 3-pointer from Gigi Romero, a couple of buckets from Carly Holland. A lot of people getting to the action there, and momentum heading into that fourth quarter entirely on the side of the Hilltoppers. The Rams in that third quarter, Gene, were kind of a one-trick pony. They were just getting the ball into Espinosa. They had some success with that, but beyond that, really not a whole lot going on. And there was a whole lot, if you watch the Rams on the offensive side, beyond getting the ball into Espinosa, there was a lot of standing around.
Yeah, there really was. And that was their whole offense in that third quarter was to try to get it into Espinosa. And they were attacking, doing a lot more attacking in that first half. There's a push off, and ball is on the floor, picked up underneath. They get it to Michelle Macias. Macias puts a shot up, gets her own rebound, saves it back to Gigi. 3-point shot by Gigi from the left corner. That's off. Boy, that would have been big. 32-28, just underway here in the fourth quarter. The Rams on the move, and the Hilltoppers, right now they're double teaming Espinosa. They get it underneath to Jimmy Estrada. Estrada puts the shot up, rolls around, comes off. Hilltoppers on the run. Sophia Trujillo going to pull up. I thought she was going to take it to the hole. She decides to pull up, and we're going to get her and so we're going to have a timeout taken by Ray Romero. And let's see, he has to take a full. He has no 30s left. So he takes a full timeout. 32-28, a 4-point ball game right now. As the Hilltoppers, let's see, Mike, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players have scored for the Rams. And see, 1, 2, let's see, for us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players have scored for us.
Yeah, that's right. So Ray Romero hashing out what he wants to do on this possession. I was a little surprised he took the timeout here this early in the fourth quarter. Still a tight ball game.
Yes.
And this does not seem like it would be nice for the Toppers to cash in on this possession, obviously, but it doesn't seem like a critical possession. Maybe I don't know that I would have burned a timeout at this stage of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just less than a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. But let's see what the Toppers have. Let's see what the X's and O's came up with here, and the on the bench, 7:02 remaining, so still plenty of time.
Yeah, so Hilltoppers bring it into the backcourt to Carly Holland. Holland gets a screen from Michelle Macias. They get it to Tara McDonald. McDonald's going to power it to the basket, and Julia Espinosa is going to pick up her 4th personal. So Espinosa called for personal number 4, and every one of those fouls coming in this second half. She did not have a foul in the first half, but she now has 4, and so she will be coming out of the ball game as McKenna Lee will check in for her as soon as Tara shoots these free throws. So Tara bounces around and comes out, but she gets to shoot one more. So McKenna Lee comes in for Espinosa. So the big girl Espinosa is out of the ball game for the moment. And Tara McDonald misses the second. And Tara having a terrible time from the free throw line. 32-28. Pass comes underneath to Gemma Estrada. Where she went ahead and she was posting up in there where she's posting up in there where Julia Espinosa was posting up, and they got her a perfect pass. Carly and long, and great play by the Rams, and the ball was deflected away, and there were a couple of tilt toppers running after it, along with Abigail Armillo, and then Abigail Armillo knocked it forward ahead of everybody, and she already had a step on everybody, so she just knocked it forward and then took it to the hole, and she was fouled by Michelle Macias. That's Michelle's fourth personal. And so at the free throw line right now is Abigail Armillo, and she makes the first, and she can tie this score. Puts up the second. That's good.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play by Armijo, just to tap it away and run it down. Very, very heads-up play.
So stolen away stolen away from the Hilltoppers as Abigail Martinez was bringing the ball down the floor, had her pocket picked, went down on the other end. The shot was blocked by Los Alamos, so it'll be inbounded under the Ram basket as they bring it in now to Abigail Armijo over to McKenna Lee. Malie pulls up at the free throw line, 3-point shot on the way, long rebound. McKenna Lee going for it. She gets it and gets it underneath to the 8th grader, Gemma Estrada. And so Estrada has 4 points as she came in. Ever since Julia Espinosa went out, Estrada's been playing that post position. Hilltoppers lose the handle. It's 34-32. DG Romero with it. 5.5 minutes to go. 2-point ball game. 34-32. And we're going to have a push off, and this push off is going to go. Let's see, and that one is going to go to Jamie Archuleta. That's only her first, and so that now is the 10th team foul. So that's going to put at the free throw line. And we'll have and shooting 2. That'll be Sophia Trujillo. 34-32. She can tie this ball game. First shot is good. Sophia cans the first one, has 5 points in the ball game. She'll shoot one more. She can tie it all up. Hilltoppers had a 4-point lead at the end of the third quarter. And 6 points now for Sophia, and it's a 34-34 ball game. 5:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Across the timeline come the Rams. The Rams are going to hand it off. They lose the handle momentarily. Ariana Bustillos gets it underneath, and then a shot hits the support wire again.
Yeah, that wasn't a shot. That was just that was an entry pass. That was a fastball off the 8th grader's hands, and she deflected it up and hit the support wire. Ooh, and we're going to have another push off here on Archuleta against Trujillo. So that's going to send Trujillo back to the foul line.
Yeah, and that's a dumb foul, too.
That did not need to happen. So
in the backcourt, in the open backcourt, and she reaches in and whacks her. I mean, no question about it. So Sophia go to the free throw line again. This time she's going to shoot 2, misses the first. So she'll shoot one more. Makes it still 34-34 with 5:07 remaining. And Sophia ready for shot number 2. She can give the Hilltoppers a 1-point lead. She does. So that makes it now 35-34. Hilltoppers up by 1. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. The Rams bring it up. No press being put on by Los Alamos. And right now they've got Gigi Romero, and the ball is going to be knocked loose. There's a race for it, but goes into the backcourt. The referee rules it was knocked into the backcourt by Los Alamos. Pass comes inside. They're trying to get it into Gemma Estrada, and now and then interestingly enough, Lori Mabry takes her 4th time out.
Wow, she is. And again, the Rams trying to get something set up underneath when Mabry took the timeout. She already cost her team one bucket last in the third quarter, and I'm not sure what she's going to set up here, but it looked like the Rams had a shot to do something down low. So we'll see what Mabry cooks up, but she's down to one timeout left with half the quarter still remaining. Toppers have two timeouts, both of them of the full variety. And Ray Romero trying to set up his defense here. But it's been a kind of the show down low for Rio Rancho in this second half. Espinosa with some chances in the third quarter, and then eighth grader after Espinosa had to sit on the bench with 4 fouls as Gemma Estrada's come up with a couple of nice looking buckets here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and so the Hilltoppers setting up in a zone. Pass is going to go into the backcourt, and that was actually touched by the Rams. It should have been a backcourt violation.
It should have. It absolutely should have.
You can legally throw it into the backcourt. That's no problem. But it was touched by the Rams first, and then went into the backcourt. So Jemmy Estrada once again, as she's come to life here in the fourth quarter. She has 6 points since Espinosa left. Makes it 36-35. 1 point lead for the Rams.
And we're going to get McDonald on a moving screen. That was a good call. McDonald hopping around before she set the screen up.
And that's Tara's third personal 15 foul. 4 minutes to go. Comes now to McKenna Lee. She's going to take it to the hole. Rolls, rims around, comes off. Rebound comes down to Sofia Trujillo. Trujillo quickly up the floor for Los Alamos. Comes across. Going to hand it in the corner right now to Abigail Martinez. Over to Carly Holland. Holland will get it to Gigi Romero. And Romero gets fouled. Nothing called. She picks up her dribble. Gets it to Abby Martinez. Left of the key. Abby goes to the top of the key. Bounces over to Gigi. Bounces it actually off her foot, but right there is Carly Holland for Los Alamos to pick it up. Gigi's going to take it to the hole, loses the handle, and knocks it over to Tara McDonald, the top of the key. So good thinking that time by Gigi. Gigi's going to put up the shot. This is going to be off. And Tara McDonald almost called for going over the back. Still a 1 point ball game, 36-35. Coming down the floor in a hurry is Ariana Bustillos. Bustillos will get it over now to Abigail Armillo. Armillo to McKenna Lee. Lee's going to take it to the hole, and they're going to have a foul before the shot. That one is going to go to Abigail Martinez. That's going to be her fourth. And then see, Abby fouled out of the last game, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. So it's still a 1 point ball game. And a shot taken by the Rams is off. Hilltoppers with the rebound. They get it over to Sofia Trujillo. And Ray Romero signaling, let's go with number 2. So you see what number 2 here is. And then number 2 is going to be number 2 is to let Sofia Trujillo just take it to the hole in all kinds of traffic. She misses the shot, but Tara McDonald right there for the rebound. Tara goes up, puts it back in. Hilltoppers take the lead, and Tara will go to the free throw line, and she's going to shoot 1. So she has a chance to complete the 3-point play. She has struggled from that free throw line. And this one looks good and is good.
Oh, nice. That's her nicest free throw of the entire ball game.
Yes.
And that gives Toppers a 2-point advantage, 2:33 remaining. And a great job under the basket by McDonald. And Espinosa back in the ball game with 4 fouls for the Rams.
The shot is off, but a great rebound that time by McKenna Lee. Wow. And she grabs it and then takes a half step backwards, goes up in the air, and puts it up to tie the ball game, 38-38. Carly Holland starts to go with a 3, decides against it. Gets it over to Abby Martinez. Martinez gets a screen from Gigi Romero. Abby is going to put up the shot. This is off. Tara McDonald with the rebound. Gets it to Gigi. Back to Tara. Back to Gigi. 3-point shot by Gigi. That rims around and comes off. Julia Espinosa with the rebound. Minute 40 to go. 38-38 ball game. And the Rams now trying to set something up. Abigail Armijo. So now they're just kind of running a weave. Pass inside comes right to Abby Martinez. I don't know who they were throwing it to. Pass underneath is going to, whoa, Ray Romero calls a timeout. Tara McDonald wide open under the basket. I mean, wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
And
McDonald didn't have anybody within 20 feet of her, but the timeout awarded. Boy, she couldn't have been any wider open if she wanted to be.
Yeah, and they threw her the pass, and then in the meantime, Ray Romero calls the timeout. So,
boy, oh boy, some of the best defense we've seen in this ball game has been by the coaches.
Yes, it is.
Calling
Absolutely.
timeouts on their own team.
Yes, it's unbelievable. 38-38 ball game right now. And each team with one timeout remaining. Julia Espinosa, the big girl for the Rams, has checked back into the ball game. And she left, and the Gemma Estrada, the 8th grader, came in and did a good job of filling in for her, because Gemma, who had not only had 2 points in the first 3 quarters, came in Espinosa's place and quickly dropped in 6 points. So it's 38-38 as the timeout clock winds down. We have a minute 24 to go, and it'll be Hilltopper ball with a minute 24 to go. 38-38. So take the last shot.
There is they absolutely could do that if they wanted to. The Hilltoppers, let's see what they want to do.
Take the last shot. It's either going to win it or it's going to go in overtime. So the ball comes into the backcourt to Sofia Trujillo. Comes to Gigi Romero over to Tara McDonald. McDonald holding it high above their head. Now is going to get it over to Gigi Romero. The Hilltoppers spreading it out. So right now the Hilltoppers are running a stall offense at the moment. And you get it to Gigi Romero. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. And this one is going to put Gigi Romero, our best free throw shooter, on the free throw line. And she will shoot 2. Wow. And that personal foul is going to go to Ariana Bustillos. That's her second. But that is the 11th team foul, or the 12th team foul. And so at the free throw line is Gigi Romero, and she puts in the first. That makes it a 1-point ball game for Los Alamos. 39-38. Gigi Romero, 61 seconds remaining in this ball game. Gigi's second shot good. 2-point lead for Los Alamos. And only 7 points for Gigi, our leading scorer. 40-38. They're going to bring it, trying to get it underneath. The ball is loose. It's a battle for it. It's going to go off of McKenna Lee, out of bounds. And now Ray Romero, well, I thought he was going to call a timeout, but he's calling something different. He's calling a different inbound press situation. Carly McDonald up the floor and comes right now to Sofia Trujillo. Trujillo on the dribble has her pocket picked and coming down the floor and putting it up and in. And that was Tammy Smith. So she just picked her pocket, took it all the way down the floor. And that's her first basket of the ball game. 25 seconds to go. 40-40 is the score. They're going to get it to Gigi Romero. Romero over corner shot. That's up. That is off. We're going to have Tara McDonald for going over the back of Julia Espinosa.
That was a correct call. And that is McDonald's 4. And that's going to put the Rams in a 1-1 chance with 13.6 seconds remaining. Wow. And pretty good free throw shooter in Espinosa going to the line here, Gene.
Left-handed shooter, and she's done pretty well. Well, let's see. Right now, she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Left-handed shooter. 13.6 seconds remaining. So Julia, she's going to shoot a 1-and-1. And she drops that one in, and then she lets out a huge scream. And we're going to have Mabel, and Lori Mabry is going to take her final timeout. So Julia Espinosa going up there and shooting a critical 1-and-1, and she drops it in. So the Hilltoppers had the lead, got the ball back with about a minute to go, and then they had their pocket picked. And so they had their pocket picked, and then Tammy Smith, her only 2 points of the ball game, picked the pocket and then just took off down the floor and laid it in. Made it 41-40. 1 point ball game right now.
And this was a Ram timeout as well. So the Rams are out of timeout, and I've never understood that. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to ice your own free throw shooter? I do not get that.
Yeah,
she hit the first. She's got. If she's dialed in, well, if she was dialed in, she's not going to be dialed in anymore once she gets back to the free throw line.
No, that's right.
Right. I've never understood that. So we'll see. But a 1 point ball game. We'll see what they want to do. It's actually the second free throw is going to be of very little consequence either way. Los Alamos needs to get the rebound, and they need to go back on and do something on the other end.
In a hurry. 13.6 seconds remaining. Julia Espinosa, as she steps up to the free throw line. Left-handed shooter. Big girl, 6 foot. And puts up that left-handed shot. This one's going. That one drops. A 2 point ball game. 13.6 seconds to go. Hilltoppers with 1 timeout right now. They're having a lot of trouble getting it in. They got it in. They actually overthrew it, and one of the Ram girls running for it, Ariana Bustillos, grabbed it, but she stepped on the sideline. Now Ray Romero wants a timeout with 11.5 seconds remaining. 42-40. And the Hilltoppers had a lot of trouble against that Ram press trying to get the ball in, and they actually just overthrew it. It was a bad pass, and it was kind of knocked away, but Bustillos couldn't get to it, and she ended up stepping on the sideline, and they're in the backcourt, almost to the timeline, but that's where they'll inbound it from.
They might actually end up being a boon for Los Alamos, being able to move it up to the timeline with 11.5 seconds remaining. Let's see what Ray Romero wants to do here. I have to imagine that Gigi is going to be heavily involved in this last play for Los Alamos.
I would certainly think so. And we could use an Espanola finish.
Yeah, that's right. Just set up the 3-pointer and call it a night. So,
yes.
So we'll see what they want to do. But, boy, both teams have had some critical possessions here late in this contest and were unable to finish, unable to capitalize. But a couple of big free throws there by Espinosa has the Rams with a 2-point edge with 11.5 remaining.
So the Hilltoppers inbound it. They bring it into Carly Holland. McKenna Lee all over her. They're going to get it down. And Carly puts up the 3-point shot, and it's up and in, and this ball game is over. Unbelievable. And Espanola finished as Carly Holland got the ball, spun around, put it up. 2 seconds on the clock when it went through the buzzer, and that was it, and no timeouts for the Rams. They couldn't stop the clock, and that does it, and the Hilltoppers win it 43-42. Wow, what a finish.
Wow, what a shot by Holland. You talk about ice water in the veins. uh, set her up pretty well. Actually, threw the ball in from the timeline. That was not the best entry pass I've ever seen in my life, but Holland gives it up and then goes around kind of the sideline. I think the Ram just kind of lost track of her, and she had a really good look a couple of feet from beyond the arc, and she buries it with 2 seconds remaining. What a shot by Holland. Holland, she had a few chances in this ball game. She took advantage of them. She really wasn't able to get a lot going on the offensive end, but she took advantage of what she had, and then she finishes it off with a big 3-pointer. And this is a big feather in the cap of the Toppers, a knockoff, a quality 5A school. And wow, what a contest. What a shot by Carly Holland. Toppers pull off a big non-district victory. And wow, go to improve to 13-6. Gene, Toppers have won 13 of their last 15 ball games.
Yes, and it's amazing because they, like you say, when they brought it in, the Hilltoppers actually threw it in the backcourt. They were probably about 3 or 4 feet from the timeline and coming down the other side of the court. We sit on the score table side of the court, but they're coming down the other side. They threw it into Carly, and then Carly came across the timeline, passed it, and then she passed it to somebody. I didn't see who. And then they just popped it right back to Carly. And as soon as she shot it from way out there, boy, she let it fly. And whammo, 3 points. I mean, the exact same finish we had that the Hilltopper boys had against them when Espanola canned that 3-pointer at the buzzer. But you look up at the clock when that thing went through the net. I looked up at the clock. There were 2 seconds to go. And, of course, the Rams could do nothing but let the clock run out because they had no timeouts. They couldn't stop the clock. So it just ran down to 0, and the Hilltoppers win it 43-42 on a fantastic girls ball game. Got off to a very slow start, but then it picked up the pace. But, boy, you got to really credit the girls because they were struggling in the first half, but they came back in that second half and put things together as they scored they scored 21 points. They had only 11 points and they scored 21 in the third quarter. And then they came up with 11 in this quarter. Actually, they were outscored by the Rams 14-11, but it doesn't make any difference because the big highlight shot of the game, boy, I'm telling you, was that beautiful shot by Carly Holland. Boy, that was pretty. And boy, she put that thing up, and there wasn't any question. It didn't bounce around the rim. It didn't do anything. It just went right through the net. So perfect shot by Carly Holland. What a ball game.
A fantastic ball game. And just like you were saying, I was going to say that watch the first half of this game is a little dreary, but things really turned around, picked up for both teams in the second half. Big third quarter for Los Alamos. Took a couple of brief leads, and then fantastic finish by the Hilltoppers by Carly Holland. Great shot by Holland, and to give the Toppers the victory. The Toppers, boy, oh boy, we've seen this a couple of games now. Have not been their prettiest games, but Los Alamos has been able to grind out a couple of big wins in recent days. And like I said, this is going to affect the 2-4A standings. It will not, but when it comes down to picking the playoffs, picking the seeds, people are going to look at this ball game and say Los Alamos knocked off Rio Rancho, a quality 5A school. That's going to mean something to the seeding and selection committee. So do not take this victory by Los Alamos lightly. They're going to be glad to have this one in their pocket. Fine victory by Los Alamos. got some big plays when they needed them. Gigi Romero knocked in a couple of key free throws in that fourth quarter, as did Sofia Trujillo, and then the big 3-pointer with 2 seconds remaining to win it. Wow, and I just noticed this. That was only the second field goal of that fourth quarter by Los Alamos.
Yeah, that's right.
But none bigger than that one. So congratulations to the Hilltoppers and Ray Romero. Nice victory. And like I said, come playoff time, they're going to be very glad to have this victory. And boy, oh boy, what a finish! What great play by Los Alamos. Great shot by Carly Holland. What a contest.
Yeah, what a contest and what a finish. And it turned that time out. I said, we need an Espanola finish. And that's exactly what we got. We got an Espanola finish as Carly Holland took that ball and with ice water in her veins, like Mike says, she just let up that 3-point go. And that went right through the net at 2 seconds to go in the ball game. And the only thing they could do at that point was let the clock run out. And the Hilltoppers win it 43-42. What a ball game. So, well, we'll be back on the air again tomorrow night as the Hilltopper boys will take on Milwaukee here at Griffith's Gymnasium. That game will be set for 7 o'clock. And and we will be here to bring you that ball game. But fun ball game tonight. Good high school girls basketball team. Two good teams going at each other. And at first, neither team could seem to get on track very well. But then the second half, they both picked it up. And the second half was very, very entertaining. And very entertaining finish, I must say. Doesn't get much more entertaining than that. So that was it. So final score 43-42. So this is Gene Mortensen for my good buddy Mike Mays, and for John McHale, Nate Limback, and Charlene back in her cushy studio. And I want to say thanks for tuning in, everybody, and have a great tomorrow. And make sure to tune in tomorrow night. The Hilltopper boys going up against the Moriarty Fighting Pintos. Hilltoppers have faced the Pintos once in Moriarty. They won that ball game. And so the Hilltoppers need to start things off again here. And well, they actually, let's see, I'm out of whack here, Mike. Tomorrow night is Milwaukee. Tomorrow night is Milwaukee, and the Hilltoppers will finish the first round of district play. I can do this. Okay. Anyway, that'll do it. So